can move outward that far.
Stings, doesn't it?
Hello everyone, it is Briximus Prime back for another Marvel action figure review, and today we're going to be reviewing the Play Arts Kai Symbiote Spiderman. And this is a figure that belongs to my friend, what was the name? Red Warrior. This is my friend Red Warrior. Don't mind that he's wearing a green helmet, not a red one, but this is his figure, so he's letting me borrow it for this review. So, say hi to the nice people.
Hi.
Okay, let's just get right on into the video. Taking a look at the Play Arts Kai box, to my knowledge, this is the standard Play Arts Kai box design. It's got the very nice artwork of the Play Arts Kai Spider-Man right there, and it's got the little, image of the Symbiote Spider-Man, to indicate this is a different figure. And then the artwork just continues right there, and here is the back of the box, showing off both the original figure as well as the Symbiote Spider-Man. And there's all this stuff back here that is completely incomprehensible. And then here on the side of the box just says Play Arts Kai. And this is the Symbiote Spider-Man version, so insert Tobey Maguire meme here.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
And this box also features a opening flap. It's got a readout of the figure right there, and it's got the open window showcasing the figure within. Obviously, it's not in there right now, but the opening flap is usually something that toy companies or collectors always add onto their boxes to indicate that it is a high-quality product. Let's see if they actually deserve that opening flap. And here's taking a look at the figure's many accessories. Starting with the webs here, we got a nice long web. This one's for, grabbing on and swinging around, though I don't suggest to actually swing this figure around. And then it also comes with two of these webs right here, these shorter webs, which have which come with this little flayed out, classic spiderweb piece, which can plug into either piece, so you can, web up some of those bad guys. And then he also comes with these little, I guess we could call them web bullets, or velocity webs, something like that, to, because it really emphasizes the speed of them shooting out of his web shooters. Also comes with the classic Play Arts Kai stand, which, you have to assemble yourself, and it's honestly kind of a piece of shit. The stand also comes with these stand adapter pieces, which apparently, and I don't know what they do, so for all intents and purposes, they don't do anything. Comes with this little base that you can put at the base of the stand, though to my knowledge it doesn't really actually plug in anywhere. It's just a flat piece of plastic. So, and then getting into the hands here. First of all, the figure comes packaged with these open hands, and you can just very easily peg these on to his hands like so. So here is that. Oh, there we go. Cooperative. Hand out of the box had a hard time actually going off and on, and now it's just easily doing it on camera. It's not presenting the issue that I had with it. Good. You win this time. The issues with this figure is some of the other hands don't really slide in as well as the open hands, so you gotta be careful and gently just twist them in. Can be a bit of a pain, but it does prevent for this figure to break, and you do not want to break this thing. And just put this one on. Frick! Here he is with the grabby hands. Comes with a pair of fists. And then here he is with the classic Spider-Man thwipping hands. He is with some web shooting hands, which you can take the web accessories, and those do just plug right on into the little holes right there. So you can try to recreate some nice web shooting hands, though sometimes they do tend to drag, which obviously it means you can bring in the stand to hold it up for you. That is, if it doesn't feel like being a piece of garbage. Come on, stand up, stand up. Frick! Just taking a look at some of those Spider-Man poses with those, utilizing those web pieces. And speaking of posing this figure, going over the Play Arts Kai Spider-Man's posability, he does have a ball joint at the head and at the base of the neck, which allows for him to look up that far, look down that far. He can also pivot his head that little bit, and then it can swivel, obviously. The shoulders can rotate a full 360, and they are nice and tight. He does also have a slight elbow swivel, no bicep swivel though. He does also swivel at the forearm, but these joints are pretty tight, so be careful with those. Wrists can also rotate as well. They can hinge up and down, and then if you rotate the peg, you can get some side to side. Diaphragm joint at the top of the body and a ball joint at the base of the body, which allows for an arcing back, a crunch, some side to side, and yeah, then obviously some swiveling. Hips can kick forward that far, they can move back that far, and the legs can move outward that far. I'm sure that goes back in, right? Right? Yeah. It's okay. Good. Whatever. And then he's got double jointed knees right there, and then he doesn't really have too much of a thigh swivel. If he did, it's really tight. His ankles can move up, they can move down. If you utilize that joint, you can get an ankle pivot, and he has a nice toe bend. So that's it for the articulation. You can also utilize this stand here to stand up the Symbiote Spider-Man, but good luck trying to get this stand to work. I mean, I just can't stand this thing. See if I can get this guy to stand for the size comparisons. No. And for size comparisons, because I don't have another Symbiote Spider-Man to compare him with, here he is with the Marvel Legends Night Monkey, with the Marvel Legends Iron Spider. And then here he is with my previous Marvel Legends review, the Marvel Legends Deluxe Punisher. Be sure to check out that review if you guys missed out on it.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
And that is basically it for the review on the PlayArts Kai Symbiote Spider-Man. Again, shoutouts to my friend for letting me borrow his figure. And so yeah, overall thoughts on the figure. The figure is pretty big for its is pretty nice for its size, but the size is probably one of the most impressive things about this figure, other than its looks and its colors. For some reason, whenever you make a toy or a character in those dark colors like Optimus Prime and a bunch of other characters, it always sells well, and Spider-Man is no exception to that. This is probably one of the best versions of Spider-Man we've gotten. But sadly, this figure is not as high quality looking as it comes across as, because I'm pretty sure this was a used copy. And so that leg did come out pretty easily, as well as the hands are kind of hard to move, and some of the joint tolerance issues is that some of them are a little too tight and some just feel really nice and buttery smooth. So it's kind of weird that like some of them are kind of 50-50 on different joints. So, but overall, I still do like the way how this figure poses and how he looks. So yeah, the figure does look really good, and it does come with a good, healthy amount of accessories. And does it deserve that opening flap on the box? Yeah, I'd still say the figure is high quality enough that it deserved that opening flap on the box. I just feel like the level of PlayArts Kai, it should have been a little bit more, like the quality control issues should have been a little bit more, executed better. But overall, I still think the figure is pretty good and a good addition to the collection, as long as you don't mind this slightly more armored up mechanical looking design opposed for a more comic book accurate look. But anyway, as for the rating for the figure, I give him a solid 8 out of 10. I mean, he could have, used some extra little bits here and there, and as long as that leg didn't come off, I actually would grade this guy maybe a 9 or even a 10 out of 10. But anyway, that is basically it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you to my friend Red Warrior for letting me borrow his figure for this review. And, yeah, be sure to check out his channel and some of his social media. I'll link whatever down in the description below if he has any. Absolutely. And I'll catch you guys next time.